Welcome back to the AFK Hour. You really timed it perfectly today.
Oh, yeah.
Because we are diving headfirst into, well, what is definitely a monumental week in Britannia. This isn't just any patch week, folks. This is a huge patch week for all you UO.Alive players out there.
Absolutely massive.
So think of our chat today as, your essential shortcut, your guided tour through all the exciting new changes. We'll explain what they mean for the game you love, how they'll actually impact your adventures.
Absolutely. And what's really fascinating about this update isn't just, the sheer size of it, but the thought behind it. It touches nearly every aspect of gameplay. From subtle quality of life stuff that'll make your daily routine smoother to really exciting new content that, well, expands the world.
Yeah.
So our mission here in this AFK Hour is basically to quickly unpack these notes, help you get the important updates, and get you ready to jump back into Britannia with, all the knowledge you need.
Without reading pages and pages of notes.
Exactly. No need to pore over every single line yourself.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Starting with some changes that are going to make life immediately easier. First up, housing. Ah, yes, housing. That no house placement timer. Significantly reduced. Dropped from a full 2 hours down just 30 minutes.
30 minutes, that's a huge shift, yeah. Especially if you're looking to replace a house or, quickly grab a new spot that just popped up.
Definitely.
And what's fascinating here is how this, seemingly small adjustment can have pretty big ripple effects.
Oh, so?
Well, reducing that timer means less downtime, less frustration for you as a player, much more agility in the housing market.
Right, for flippers maybe.
For house flippers, yeah, it definitely opens up new strategies.
Right.
But it could also maybe lead to increased competition in those prime spots.
Oh, okay.
Which might be a bit of a double-edged sword maybe for newer players trying to get a foothold. It just makes it a much more dynamic, sort of fast-paced market.
Gotcha, okay. And talk about convenience. We now have these collect-all items.
Oh, these are great.
You just interact with them and boom, they scoop up all their contents right into your bag. No more clicking every single thing.
Saves so much time.
We're talking the dolphin rug for your treasure maps, painting one for scrolls of transcendence, the barrel sponge for potions, fire painting for scrolls, ship painting for powder charges,
Keep going.
the skull rug for more T-maps, and even the rose rug for seeds. I mean, how many times have you wished for that?
Oh, constantly. That convenience, it really adds up. And these are direct responses to player feedback, right?
Seems like it.
Streamlining those common tasks, reducing the friction in your daily gameplay, it frees up mental space, lets you focus on the fun stuff, the strategy, not repetitive clicking.
Yeah, less inventory Tetris.
Exactly. It's about respecting your time, making the game feel more fluid, less like a chore.
Okay, next up, something I think dedicated players are going to be ecstatic about, the Skull of Power quest.
Oh, yeah.
It's back. For full rewards after a year. This is a big deal for anyone chasing that top-tier loot.
Huge deal.
And not just that, there's a new option. You can actually pay off your wait period early if you're really eager to get back in.
Oh, interesting. Pay it off how?
The details aren't fully specified, but presumably with some kind of currency or points.
Yeah.
And get this. Everyone who previously completed the quest gets a one-time timer reset.
Oh, okay.
It's set at half a year instead of a full year.
Wow, okay, that's generous.
Yeah. And you can check your status and even use that pay early option with the command SopQuest status.
Okay, SopQuest status, got it.
Yeah.
If we kind of connect this to the bigger picture, this gives a real renewed incentive for long-term players, right? To engage with what's essentially endgame content.
Definitely.
The Skull of Power quest, it's always been a pretty significant milestone.
Yeah.
And giving options to reset the timer or pay it off early, that shows they understand player commitment.
Right.
It allows for more dynamic strategy, keeps that top-tier content relevant, rewarding. For a lot of people, it's a great way to re-energize a core part of their Britannia experience.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Moving into creatures, spawns, the loot economy.
The juicy stuff.
Right. First up, Lord Oaks. Seen an adjustment based on player feedback, apparently.
Okay. What kind of adjustment?
Both the speed and the damage increased scaling has been reduced, so still tough, still a challenge, but maybe a bit less overwhelming for grips.
Okay, that makes sense. Tone it down as a notch, maybe.
Yeah. And let's talk Shadowmane. It's gotten some buffs and fixes.
Ah, the Shadowmane, always a cool one.
There's a fix for its mountable ID that's like an internal thing, so it acts right as a mount.
Gotcha. Technical fix.
And its base strength and hits are buffed. The goal, they say, is to maintain that legendary feel while respecting the unique lack of dragon breath and differing damage types. plus a fix for chocolate milk ingredients, which I know some crafters will appreciate.
Ah.
Definitely.
You know, these mob adjustments, they speak to a careful design philosophy, right? Balancing the challenge with the player experience.
That's up.
Well, with Lord Oaks, reducing the scaling aims to keep it engaging but not, like, unfairly punishing. Crucial for group stuff.
Right.
For the Shadow Main, the buffs make sure it lives up to that legendary tag in raw power, even with its unique combat style.
Makes sense. Now, this next one is pretty important, kind of behind the scenes, but crucial. Rare spawn consistency.
The bulletproofing safeguard, yeah.
Exactly. So what this means for you, the player, is that after a certain number of spawns, the system guarantees a legendary, exquisite, exotic, or rare will pop up.
Okay.
This makes sure those valuable drops always hit their exact intended rate. Doesn't matter if there's a server crash or those frustrating RNG hiccups.
We've all been there.
Right, where the random numbers just feel broken. For you, visually, nothing changes. But it means those rare spawns hit exactly when they should, every single time.
This is incredibly important, seriously, for maintaining a fair, predictable in-game economy, especially for those super sought-after items that drive the whole player market.
Yeah, absolutely.
Knowing that rares will always stick to their intended rates, regardless of other factors, that builds trust in the system. It ensures dedicated players get rewarded consistently over time, stabilizes the value of those drops, makes long-term hunting more reliably fruitful. It's really a testament to their commitment to game integrity.
Good news for animal handlers next. There's been a slight bump, just a slight one, to rare tameable spawns across the board.
Ooh, nice.
So keep those taming skills sharp. You might just find that elusive pet you've been hunting.
Always good news for tamers.
And speaking of discoveries, not all new finds are for taming. For explorers and history buffs, Britannia has unveiled 8 new obelisk locations.
8? Wow.
And it's really cool how these connect to UO's history, its legacy. We're seeing items from past UO anniversaries showing up, spanning from the 12th year all the way to the 24th, plus a custom UOAlive tease.
That's fantastic.
So, for example, you might find items to the 13th year anniversary prizes on OSI.
Right, the original servers.
Or even something totally unique, crafted just for UOAlive. It's a whole range.
The excitement around finding these new spots must be pretty high. And for longtime players, that's a wonderful nostalgic connection, right, to Ultima Online's deep history.
Totally.
These obelisks, they aren't just new map markers, they're nods to the game's past, weaving UOAlive even deeper into that classic lore. Encourages exploration, gives new ways to collect unique, historically significant items. Each one tells a little piece of Britannia's story.
Okay, moving to specific creature challenges. 3 new spawn locations for the Dreadhorse.
More chances to hunt it down. Good.
Gives you more opportunities, yeah. And the Charlie spawn. Difficulty's been increased to match the Black Unicorn.
Ooh, okay, so Charlie's tougher now.
Get ready for a harder fight there. Might need a bit more prep than before.
Right. These adjustments, Dreadhorse and Charlie spawns, they're about refining those high-level challenges. More Dreadhorse spawns mean more access, which is great if you're hunting it. But bumping Charlie's difficulty makes sure players hitting those specific encounters get a consistent high-tier challenge. Means you can't just stumble into Charlie expecting an easy win anymore. Demands proper strategy, proper prep, just like its counterpart.
Good point. And finally for this section, small but could be impactful. Lodestone drop rate increased by 5%.
Just 5%, but lodestones, that's actually pretty significant.
You think so?
Yeah, lodestones are a key resource for so much, right? Crafting, utilities, some reagents. A slight bump in availability will likely ease some pressure on the economy, might make certain crafting paths more accessible, impacts a whole bunch of activities that rely on that core resource.
Interesting take. Okay, let's shift gears. Aesthetics, customization, new discoveries for personal expression. Always fun stuff.
Definitely. The creative side.
We've got an expansion to the decoration stone. They've added the rose plant deed.
Oh, nice. More housing deco.
And what's really cool is you can dye this deed, make multiple different hued flowers, so you can really get creative with your house, your garden. I can already picture some amazing new player displays.
It's always great seeing stuff that fuels community creativity. These dyeable roses. Perfect example of how these little aesthetic changes boost player housing, character expression.
Right.
People spend so much time personalizing their space that these new options just give more ways for individuality, for flair. Let your virtual home really reflect you.
And speaking of dyes,
Yeah.
the new Corpse Run Hue 2500 has been added to both the clothing and the pet dye stones.
Corpse run hue. That sounds ominous.
Huh. Right. Time to give your character, maybe your loyal pet, a fresh, maybe morbidly stylish new look. I might have to outfit my stable with some uniquely themed creatures now.
That's certainly a unique choice of hue. Definitely speaks to a certain aesthetic, allows for some really distinct looks. These additions just keep expanding the ways players can express themselves and stand out.
Now for the real eye candy. New anniversary items. Statues.
Ooh, shiny things.
The Platinum Dragon statue, it's animated. You can see it now at New Haven Bank. Go check it out. It's quite something.
Animated Platinum Dragon. Okay, gotta see that.
We also have some exciting 23rd year anniversary items. A silver-plated lamppost comes in one of 4 types.
Variety. Nice.
Silver-plated bubbling cauldron with a rare hue chance. Sounds awesome for an alchemist lab.
Totally.
And a silver-plated tome. Has a random tale of, also with a rare hue chance.
Cool collectibles.
And from the 24th year anniversary, the opal-encrusted Mobius, an opal-standing harp, and the ornamental opal.
Opal's very classy.
And a neat little detail for these 24th year items, they are hand-set by jewelers at the Emerald Gemworks in common and rare varieties.
Oh, I like that. Adds a nice touch of lore, right? Makes them feel more special, like crafted items within the world.
Okay, let's talk about some under-the-hood changes. More technical, but equally important fixes, optimizations, stuff that impacts game integrity, performance.
The essential background work.
Right. First off, a few exploit fixes. Big thanks mentioned to Mike Walker for pointing out an animal training exploit. That's fixed now.
Good catch, Mike Walker. And good fix.
There was also an exploit with mining and lumberjacking. Addressed, and the message is clear. Offenders will be banned unless they open a ticket.
Fair warning. Got to keep the economy healthy.
Absolutely. Plus, fixes for fishing sponge drops, huge pillows, and huge shells. Just cleaning up some small inconsistencies there.
These exploit fixes are just crucial, right, for a fair, healthy game environment. When exploits exist, they undermine everyone playing legitimately, can mess up the economy.
Makes fair play feel pointless sometimes.
Exactly. So what does this all mean for you? It means the dev team is actively listening, responding, working to ensure a more secure, equitable playing field for everyone, protecting the game's long-term health, fostering real competition.
Okay, this next one is huge for server performance. Power scrollbooks and transcendent scrollbooks, they're now virtualized and match the UOAlive GUMP aesthetic.
Virtualized. Explain that a bit.
Okay, so virtualized basically means they exist in a more efficient server-side data format, instead of being like individual physical items cluttering things up.
Okay. Data, not items.
Right. And GUMP aesthetic just refers to UOAlive's distinct visual interface style, so they'll look consistent with everything else. But the real kicker.
What's the kicker?
This change reduced the item count on the server by over 1 million.
1 million items.
Oh.
Wow, that's staggering.
Isn't it? Huge optimization.
That's a massive technical achievement. And it has direct benefits for literally every single player, whether they realize it or not.
How so?
Reducing the server item count by that much means a huge improvement in server stability, overall performance. You'll likely feel a smoother, more responsive game world, less lag.
Especially in crowded places like banks or during big events.
Exactly. Just a generally more pleasant experience all around.
Scroll of alacrity removal and replacement. Listen closely, folks. This is major.
Uh-oh. Big changes.
All Scroll of Alacrity books and scrolls will be deleted on Sunday.
Deleted. Whoa.
Yep, deleted. But you will get compensation. CUB points. That's UOAlive's reward currency. 50 per scroll, 5,000 CUB points per book.
Okay, 50 per scroll, 5,000 per book. That's substantial compensation, actually.
It seems fair. And a new system is coming, the new Alacrity Scroll Picker. It'll be available for those CUB points, or you can find it on new player vendors.
Okay, a scroll picker instead of loose scrolls or books. This is a pretty significant design decision, likely done to, refine player progression paths, maybe achieve better game balance.
Makes sense.
Deleting the existing stuff requires players to adapt, obviously. But the CUB points compensation and the new scroll picker aim to soften that blow.
So for new players trying to skill up, how does this new scroll picker change their early game?
For new players, the picker on new player vendors offers a more structured way to gain skills, more predictable, which can actually make the early game feel more rewarding, less like a mad dash.
Okay, shifting focus to treasure maps, mob spawns. They'll now appear in a radius around the treasure chest instead of right on top of it.
Oh, interesting change.
And then will make their way toward the chest. So it changes the dynamic quite a bit. No more instant swarm the second you click.
Right. That change introduces new tactical thinking for treasure hunters. No longer instantly surrounded. Now you gotta think about positioning, crowd control, as the mobs path towards the chest.
Different approach needed.
Yeah, it requires different ways to clear spawns, protect your loot, adds a nice layer of strategic depth to an already fun activity, makes those hunts feel a bit more like a calculated skirmish, less like a sudden ambush.
Cool. IDOCs have also gotten some updates for those maybe unfamiliar. IDOCs in danger of collapsing houses, player houses about to fall, chance for loot.
High stakes, high reward.
The IDOC timer. Extended by 10 minutes for the top 3 tiers. Tier 4 goes 50 to 60 minutes, Tier 5 from 60 to 70, Tier 6 from 75 up to 85 minutes.
More time for the big ones. Interesting.
Plus, new IDOC boss added to the boss pool. And a new IDOC mob added to the Easter egg pool.
Ooh, new surprises in IDOCs. More challenges, more time, potentially more competition too with those longer timers.
Exactly.
These IDC changes will definitely impact players doing those events. Longer timers give a bit more breathing room, maybe for bigger groups or more strategic plays. Allows for more intense competition as people try to secure the loot.
Right.
And adding new bosses, new Easter egg mobs, means new challenges, new potential rewards, keeps IDOCs fresh, unpredictable, encourages players to stay sharp, adapt their strategies.
Makes sense. Finally, just a quick note on champion spawns. A global toggle for internal use to toggle all champion spawn scaling has been added.
Okay, so that sounds like mostly a developer tool, right? Not something players interact with directly.
Yeah, seems like it. Internal use.
But it hints at ongoing efforts behind the scenes to fine-tune game balance. Shows a responsive dev team actively working to make sure those key encounters stay challenging but fair. It's part of that continuous evolution of the game, even if it's not a direct player-facing feature, ultimately helps everyone's experience.
Whew. Okay, what a patch. Seriously, this was a huge update, packed with so many exciting changes, quality of life improvements for UOAlive.
So much to digest.
We really hope this AFK hour has given you a clear picture of what's new, what to expect. There's just so much to explore now, from new house decorations to different mob strategies.
And those crucial alacrity scroll changes.
Definitely. Make sure you check your Skull of Power quest status using that command, SOG quest status.
Yeah, this comprehensive patch really shows UOAlive's commitment, doesn't it? Both to honoring its roots and constantly refining the player experience. It challenges all of us, veterans and newcomers, to reconsider old strategies, discover new ways to enjoy Britannia. So the question now really is, what new adventures or crafting projects will you embark on with all these updates? Gonna be a house-flipping mogul now, a master tamer tracking those rares, maybe a tactical treasure hunter.
Excellent point. So much potential. And we look forward to having you join us next time for more insights into your favorite game. Well, that's all for this edition of the AFK Hour. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
What kind of legend would you create in the world of UOAlive? Think about it.
Think about it.